Everybody, it's been a little while. So I thought I would do a video. I'm kind of playing around with some software right now that lets me show images and that kind of thing. I'll give you guys a little example right away here. So I can bring images up like that. That was actually taken in Ottawa, Ontario a couple weeks ago. I actually got to meet Dr. Eric Westman. Finally, he's been a mentor of mine for years and years and years on keto. And that's actually also beside him, I guess it's over this way, Dr. Robert Size. And he talks a lot about food addiction and how carbohydrates act more like a drug than they do a food source. And I've been looking into that a lot. And a lot of what he says is actually very accurate, very true. So anyways, I'm going to bring that down. Again, the purpose of this video is just to kind of catch you guys up. I'm going to actually put this video into all the past Beyond the Bacon Experiment groups, which was what the group was called before it was called Keto Camp, and all the past Keto Camp groups. So since that time, a lot has happened. Lots kind of changed. We've added a new carnivore menu. I've been doing the free challenges for about a year or two. I'm sure there's some people that have really lost touch with what we're doing, and maybe they've moved on from keto altogether. And I know that happens, but we've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of people continue on and be consistent. And like myself, I've actually been doing good, and many other members have. So I'm going to just give you guys a few. Put up a few more photos. So here's me, still doing great, still at my goal weight. I've been at my goal weight now for 3 years, lost the 90 pounds. And I mean, there's been times when I've had some carbs, I've had a cheat meal, I've fallen off the wagon, I've gained 10 pounds or over the holidays, or 15 pounds, or I think I've gained as much as 15 pounds over the holidays. But I've always reeled it back in and got back on track and really made keto my long-term lifestyle. And a lot of the time nowadays, I'm not even keto. I more go towards a carnivore approach, which is, zero carb. I find I do quite well on that because sometimes even a little bit of carbs brings my appetite up, and then I want all the carbs. So it's just been easier to look at it as an all or nothing type of approach, which actually, from everything I've learned from Dr. Size, that actually makes a lot of sense because, a lot of people, like an alcoholic, for example, if they're trying to give up alcohol, they don't just try to go down to a couple beers. It doesn't work. Just like if you're trying to quit smoking, right? If you go down to 1 or 2 smokes a day, chances are you're going to keep increasing. So that's kind of what happens with food as well. And that's what happens with carbohydrates. You build up a tolerance, you don't get that reward center effect, you need more and more and more. And as a lot of you guys know, it does escalate. And that's kind of how I spent most of my life. I feel like I've really broke free of that. Doesn't mean it's 100% smooth sailing every day, but for the most part, I've done really well. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of, what's been kind of going on. So back in the spring of this year, I actually went to an event as a speaker. I'm going to show you guys that. So the Low Carb Lifestyle Show, that was in Toronto, Ontario. Really enjoyed that. I actually met some very cool people. I met a company called True Local, and I've been working with them for the last 6 months or so. And what they are, they're a Canadian company. They deliver local farmed meat right to your door. So they'll actually source meat in your area. So just to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about here, the last box I got was from a farm 20 minutes from my house, and big box of meat. I had lots of bacon, all kinds of stuff, salmon, shrimp, but generally beef is what I mostly get, pork and that kind of thing. So it's pretty neat. It's just a company that I've been working with. Still very few. I mean, there's not many products. I'm not pushing keto products. I'm not selling exogenous ketones. But when I seen a company delivering meat, locally sourced, really high quality, right to your door as a subscription, a lot like ButcherBox in the US, I thought it was a pretty cool thing. So that's one company I met at the Low Carb Lifestyle Show. And since then, I've continued my education, continued learning. And like I said, I did go and meet Dr. Westman and also Dr. Robert Size, learned a lot from them. I've done quite a few interviews over the last I'm going to bring those down. I've done some interviews this year. I did one with Amy Berger. I really enjoyed that. I thought that went well. Marty Kendall was another person. Justin, he's a friend of mine. He's lost 200 pounds on keto. I did an interview about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think it was, with Kara Lee. She's been a long-term client. She's actually reversed her type 2 diabetes. She lost 75 pounds. Actually, sorry. She updated me today, 83 pounds. She's down now. So she's done amazing. We've had a few people, actually. Here's another person that you guys might or might not recognize, but this is Chris Gorman. He actually went on to hit his goal weight. He's been at his goal weight for quite a while now, I think at least a year or so, maybe more. And he actually is helping other people now. That's kind of what he's doing. He's doing his own thing. So I love seeing that. I mean, this is that whole butterfly effect, when people kind of learn all this stuff and then they're helping other people, and then those people, it works for them, and then they're helping other people. It's mind-boggling to kind of think of how many people end up being affected by one person. So that's Chris. He's done awesome. I'm just kind of looking here. I'm going to try to show you guys a couple more people. So I did, back a couple months ago, I went down and I met up with Kara Lee, and we actually had a little meetup in Toronto. At the Great Canadian Keto Conference. Carol was down there, and that's Carol there, and that's Kara Lee. They're both doing great. It was fun to meet up a couple people that, been in the program for a while, have been huge supporters, and, we've really made a big impact on their lives, and it was really cool to get to meet them in person. Very grateful to be able to do that, because, online it's a lot different. I'm talking to myself most of the time, and I know you guys are there. I know you guys are listening, but what I see is just myself. I see a camera, and I'm kind of just putting the information out there consistently. So seeing actual people that are being affected by what we're doing was very, very cool. I really enjoyed that. So I just kind of wanted to share that photo with you guys. So there's a couple more that I was going to share. Lori Wright. Has done amazing. So there she is. She actually lost 60 pounds in 3 rounds of keto camp. Very proud of her. She's went on and she's actually down a lot more than that now. Another client of mine, Lori Lynn, she also has lost about 80 pounds. She lost 60 pounds as well, though, in 3 rounds of keto camp. I think a lot of that is to do with, doing this strict intermittent fasting, doing the carnivore menu. It's very powerful, works really well. And Lori Lynn, she actually had her son. So this is another little update, just a thing that really means a lot to me, because as you guys may or may not remember, I was obese at 13 years old. So Lori Lynn's son, he's 15. He decided to do keto with her, and he started out about 320. And he's down over 100 pounds now. So he's down, I think, below 220 pounds. And he actually did most of that in about 5 or 6 months. And that's just kind of been, one of those things that I always kind of thought, if I could go back and do things differently, that, I would definitely cut out a lot of the junk foods that I used to eat, and that actually made me obese in the first place and sick. But if I only had known that, the burgers were okay, the hot dogs were probably okay, the sausages, I probably would have did quite well. And so I kind of had a chance to do that with Lori Lynn's son, and he's done amazing. Very proud of him. She's done amazing as well. So that's been very cool. I've had a lot of people reverse their type 2 diabetes the past year or so. The people that have really stuck with this and made it a lifestyle, it's been incredible what they've been able to accomplish. And I mean, some of that's with my help, some of that's without my help. Either way, just the people that are consistent, it's been, really cool to watch. Here's another person, Whitney, and Whitney actually just joined in this past year or so. She's down around 130 pounds total with keto. She made a lot of progress herself, but then, as a lot of people do, she stalled out and her progress stopped. But she was able to, dial things in, follow keto camp, do the 2 meals a day. We're up to about 140 different meal options now, which is, It's a lot, more than enough. And we also have our carnivore menu. So she's been able to follow it, and it broke her stall, and she's been able to see consistent results. She just went through a move, and I know she gained a few pounds back, and she's back at it again. So she's back at it, back on the wagon, and doing awesome. So I'm looking forward to kind of, following along with Whitney and watching her get to her goal weight as well. And some of our, actually I have two more people or three more to show you guys here. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to get this video done quickly and kind of wrap it up and get to the point, because I do have a special offer as well, which is 80% off lifetime access to Keto Camp, which some of you may want to consider because it gives you long-term support and will help you get all the way to your goal weight. So I'm going to bring down Whitney's picture. This is another little update that happened. So Phyllis has been working very, very hard. She's been just determined to get to her goal weight. She's been really consistent. And here's a little picture. So it says 1 pound from goal weight, and she's already hit her goal weight. This picture was taken a few weeks ago or so. So Phyllis has actually hit her lifetime goal weight. 86 pounds she's down from her heaviest weight. And so I guess she's down 87 now, or 88 or 89, probably something like that. So congrats to Phyllis. She really dialed it in, guys. She was only losing maybe 1 pound a week, maybe 3 or 4 pounds in a session, the last couple of sessions, to get to her final goal weight. It really did slow down, but she didn't give up. She just became more determined and really stuck with it. We had to tweak things a little bit here and there, but by doing that, she was able to get right to her goal weight and now maintaining it. And I think you guys already know, or a lot of yous would, because these two that I'm going to show you now, they've been with me since near the beginning. There's lots of other people I could show you guys, but I just want to keep this video short. Angie Poston. So Angie lost 90 pounds. She got all the way to her goal weight. She's still doing great. Angie actually just did a testimonial video for me a couple weeks ago. Awesome. And I think Angie's down 95 pounds. It's not 90. It says 90 on the screen there, but it's 95 pounds right now, the last time I talked to her. So Angie's rocking it. She's done awesome. And of course, Jennifer Fletcher, have really appreciated having Jennifer there helping me. She helps inside the Bacon Experiment group. She does actually help in the Keto Camp group. She's always spending her time helping other people, giving them tips and tricks and things that she does, because she's been able to stay on program for years now, 3 years since we first started it. Jennifer got to her goal weight in the first probably 6 or 8 months using Keto Camp, and she had already lost some on her own as well. And then she's been able to maintain it now for, 2 years or 2.5 years. So Jennifer's been, just crushing it, doing awesome. So those are the main people I kind of wanted to talk about. Some of the photos I kind of loaded up ahead of time to show you guys, and felt it was important to update you guys about. So I'm going to pull down Jennifer's photo. And the last thing is, so I'm going to give you guys links. They're going to be in the comments. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. So if you guys want links to sign up, because when I post links on Facebook, here's the problem. I post a link and that really kills the reach, because Facebook wants me to pay for ads to reach you guys. And when I just make a normal post and I put a link in there, hardly anybody sees it. You guys can actually help me with that. If you hit the heart button right now, please do that. Hit the heart button and leave a comment down below. Say, I seen the video or watched the video or anything. If you guys want to tell me how you're doing, I would love to get an update on your progress. Leave that down below in the comments, or if you've been in the program the whole time, you can talk about that in the comments. That will actually help more people see this video. Really appreciate that. And so all you need to do, guys, is click my name and send me a private message, and I will give you links as a returning member. You can come back in for the same price I've always offered it for. Or you can also private message me and ask about the lifetime access. So right now, because it's Canadian Thanksgiving, I'm doing a 80% off lifetime access. I actually did come out with this. I called it our goal weight members group, and it's still there, still available for $997 back in January. Huge price, I understand that, but I really want to support people long term to get them all the way to their goal weight. So what I've done for all our returning members is the price is 80% off. So meaning you can come back in right now for $199 and you can get lifetime access. So, there it is. You'll be able to come into the current group, which starts tomorrow on October 14th. I mean, don't worry if you've missed a little bit, especially if you're doing the lifetime, because again, you're making this a lifestyle. And you really do get lifetime access. Keto Camp has been going now for 3 years, coming up on 3 years. I guess it's a couple months away still, but I plan on doing this for another 3 years. So it really is a great opportunity. If you have more than 30 pounds to lose still and you're not at your goal weight, then you might want to seriously consider it, because this is going to give you all the support you need, all your questions answered, all these new menus we keep coming out with, all these new recipes we keep coming out with. I think Krista Lee added 3 or 4 again just this month to the program. So there is lots of choices, guys. And that's it. So just private message me, ask me about Lifetime, or ask me for the links as a returning member, and I will get those to you right away. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before it gets too long, I'm going to cut it off. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. And oh, and one more thing I want to let you guys know, I do have a free group as well. It's called Easy Keto Weight Loss. I run the free challenges in there. We just put up the brand new holiday menu. We've actually updated that. That's inside the Easy Keto Weight Loss group as well. So if you want that link, or actually you could just search it in Facebook, Easy Keto Weight Loss by Dan Quibel, and join that group. Free, it's public, and it's a lot of fun. I do some live streams in there. It's been going really well. And that's it, guys. So send me a message. I'd love to see you guys back in Keto Camp. I want to see you guys succeed. You can get back on the wagon. There's a lot of things. I've learned a lot about addiction. And when we fall off the wagon, we get pulled back into that sad diet. I mean, most of us know the ending to that. It does really end up not going well for our health. We seem to continually gain a bit of weight over time, year after year, month after month. So for me, there's always ways and always things you can do to kind of get out of that addiction cycle, to get free of the carbs. For some people, that's been carnivore. Like me personally, I have to go 0 carb. It's all or nothing. And then I've thrived by doing that. I've done really, really well. It's made it 100 times easier. Not everybody has to do that, but it's certainly a very powerful option. Also, once we take out carbohydrates, another thing, I'm going to pull that out. So another thing that happens is we need to replace it. So this coming group, I'm going to talk a lot more about that. I've been going for a walk every day, which has been very helpful. Having a nice relaxing bath, having the support of this tight-knit keto family has been everything to me personally. So I hope you guys come back. I hope you join us. And I would love to hear from you. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. Hit the heart button. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome Sunday.